My expectations were reduced to 0 when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus. As you near the end of the road from Inverness to Gairloch, you pass a large 12-mile stretch of water called Loch Maree. Looming over Loch Maree is Sleoch, a name from the Gaelic word meaning spear, and it doesn't need much explaining to see why. The failed attempt at climbing and photographing the sunset from the top of Glencoe the day before had hit me with a dose of reality. I had been building up this trip in my head for some months now. My expectations were high. Failing to live up to my own expectations had thrown me a curveball. I wasn't sure now what to think. As I stopped to take in this magnificent mountain and the surrounding area that it overshadowed, my expectations were still high. In fact, they'd just grown higher now that I was seeing with my own eyes and not just through a computer screen. Problem was, reality was coming back to haunt me. The weather had been heavy rain and high winds all day. The rain had stopped, but the wind wasn't ready to give in just yet. I also wasn't ready to give in just yet. There was about 30 minutes before sunset. I grabbed my gear and started to look for a composition. This wasn't the best way to photograph. In a rush and working against the elements, you end up compromising. I'd seen compositions I wanted to use, but the wind wasn't going to let me stop and take a photo. So I headed towards a large rock that would give me the protection I needed, but not the right composition. The light was also refusing to give me anything and not work with me. Regardless, I cracked on. I wanted to shoot this mountain. I walked away with an image that gave me nothing. It was just a snapshot, just a picture of a mountain. Reality had burst my bubble once again. Two days later I returned. My expectations were forcing me to keep going. I expected myself to get a great shot of this mountain. So that's what I determined to do. When I woke up this morning, I had no excitement, I had no draw to really come out. Energy levels were low this morning. I don't know what it is. I think it's a combination of the weather being so unpredictable. I keep looking at the forecast, it says rain today, rain tomorrow, and I just find that frustrating. And then also combine this with the fact that I didn't know exactly where I wanted to shoot this morning. Normally I like to have a good idea, going to go to this spot and then find a composition. Well, I knew I wanted to come to photograph this beautiful mountain that's kind of under the cloud here, Sleoch, which comes from the Gaelic meaning spear, and it runs along the edge of Loch Maree. I knew I wanted to shoot that, but I didn't know what the weather's going to be like. I didn't know whereabouts I should shoot from. But I dragged myself out of bed this morning, and yeah, it's overcast and it's starting to rain a little bit. But I'm really happy with this composition. It looks beautiful from this point. We're at like the west, towards the west end of Loch Marie, looking east, and then at the end there we've got, sitting under a bit of cloud, Slioch. Well, that was a bit unpleasant for about 10 minutes. It started raining, not heavy, but enough that you'd probably want to get out of it, but stuck. I hung it out. I hung it out and it's passed, and now it's pretty much clear sky above me, brightening up. As you can see over here, the cloud's moving, but it's moving towards where I want to shoot, which causes another problem, obviously, because it's blocking a lot of sunlight. I can't even see Slioch. So again, just means more waiting now. I'll set up my shot in the meantime. We got 50mm. I'm not cropping, I'm not zooming in as tight as I could, because I end up losing some of the sides. So and this bank in front of me, this small hill going down, which I don't want in the shot, and there's probably too much sky going on, so I'm probably going to crop it later on to a more panoramic kind of 2:1 or 3:1 kind of scene. But that's the kind of handy thing with having all those extra megapixels, that I can just go a bit wider and then crop in if I want to. So, you know, gives me that extra flexibility that I like. I've got, so 50mm, not using a polarizer. I'm liking the reflection off the water at the moment. I've got the soft grad to balance the scene better. Manually focused. F11 just seems to, the test shots are done, it just seems to, the depth of field seems to work better there. And ISO 50. And that means I'm doing about 10-second exposures, but I don't mind. That will nicely calm that water down there that's rippling away. So I don't mind a long exposure. But I think enduring all this rain, and there's been a strong breeze as well coming down earlier, and now having to wait for this to shift out of the way, I think it's going to add some real drama to the picture. I just need that influence of some sunlight to influence the picture and just make it stronger, you know? Because at the moment it's very bland. It's strong, it's a strong composition, I feel. We just need that extra bit of light to really punch you in the head and smack you down. We all know that life never gives you what you expect. There's always a spanner in the works somewhere along the line. But that's okay, because when we live life with low expectations, it's hard to be disappointed. We take every day as it comes and make the best of it. But perhaps sometimes you don't have to live life with low or no expectations. Because for me, on this day, it was my expectations that pushed me to do better. Without expectations, I wouldn't have come on this trip. Without expectations, I wouldn't have attempted to climb that mountain. Without expectations, I wouldn't have forced myself to go out on such an unpromising morning. And without expectations, I wouldn't have captured perhaps my favourite image of the trip. This has got to be I've ever seen. It is incredible, it really is.